أنا الطريق بعزومي وبهمتي وامجادي. أنا الطريق من يومي كلي فخر بأجدادي. أنا الطريق بعزومي وبهمتي وامجادي. أنا الطريق من يومي كلي فخر بأجدادي. أنا الطريق يا بيت الحب الدنيا قايدنا، أميرنا بالكون يا معلي رايتنا. قطر يا بيت الحب الدنيا قايدنا،
Mr. Lutfi Khan, we want to know more about you. Who is Mr. Lutfi?
I was born in Hyderabad. It's a city in South India, and I have graduated in MBA. After that, I was doing jobs in multiple companies back in India. Then I got an opportunity to shift to Dubai. In Dubai, I was working for software companies. One of the ERP software company had shifted me to their branch in Qatar. While working for this company, I was supposed to do attestation for my wife, documents. When I did this, then I saw that there's no any other attestation offices present in Qatar. So then I decided that I should start the attestation office in Qatar. So this is how from a job person, I became an entrepreneur and started my own office in Qatar.
Good. So, Mr. Lutfi, can you tell us about the very beginning of the project, the first setup and the handicaps on the process of establishing such a unique and leading office?
Basically, I was doing a job and I was afraid that whether my business will succeed or not. So what I have done is that I took the help of my wife and my mother to start this establishment while I was still doing my job. So they were the real persons who initial days helped me out in starting this business. When we grew to an extent that my profits were more than my salary, then I said thank you, goodbye to my employers. They were very good people who gave me release. At that time we required NOC. So they had given me NOC. Then I started fully this business. Then slowly I started adding more and more services to this company after I left my job.
Good. And Mr. Lutfi, what are the services and distinguishes and highlights the excellence of your company on the market?
Basically, we started as an attestation office in Qatar. And we started with only one attestation that was for documents that are issued in India. But then as the time passed, we added attestation of more and more countries. And today we are doing attestation of 13 countries. There's no other office as of now who is covering all these countries. Especially we are the only one as of now I know that can do attestation of documents issued from Lebanon, Egypt, Pakistan, South Africa, New Zealand, Ireland. These are some of the very unique countries that we are doing. Apart from that, we do for UK, USA, Australia and other countries also, which my other competitors are also doing. Then when we started doing attestation, we were getting inquiries for translation. Then we started the translation division. Now we are able to do translation for like 75 different languages. Again, this is something a little bit unique in Qatar. And we do translations of the documents which can be accepted by the Qatar government. It is certified translation, so it can be used in courts. As the time progressed, we started doing the public notary services, like getting the Qatari lawyer stamps on the documents. Some of the documents which are presented in the Western countries and back in India and Pakistan also, that requires attestation from a Qatari lawyer. Then we started doing this. Then we have seal envelope attestation. That is something used for people who are migrating to Canada. We started doing that. It's called WS process, ECAS process. Like that, we started adding service after service. Then a time came, then we started adding new company formation as our service. Now we are assisting entrepreneurs like me who initially formed a business. Like that, other people who are interested in opening businesses in Qatar, we are guiding them in how to open it. We are doing the paperwork for them, and some of them require Qatari partner, like 51% ownership is to be Qatari in Qatar. So we are arranging partners for them also.
Can you please tell us about the recruitment process in your company and the different HR policies when dealing with your employee or new employee?
Honestly speak, most of my employees came through recommendations or through my own network. We do put ads in newspaper and in different like WhatsApp groups and Facebook. But what I have seen is that when somebody is recommended, so most of them are through recommendations. When somebody says this is a very good person, I have worked with him, I saw his work, I know him personally. So we are mostly trying to recruit people who come from some referrals. So what we have seen is that hiring unknown people, we face a lot of problem compared to somebody who comes from referral. So most of my employees are referral, and then I try to create a family-based atmosphere in the company. We don't have very strict policies. So whenever somebody gets ill, he doesn't have to bring any doctor's medical certificates. Until he gets healthy, he can rest in his house and his salary is not deducted. So I tried to bring in one of the best HR policies, and one of the things is that when somebody goes on vacation, he gets the full salary that he's getting while he's doing a job. And then sometimes people wants to stay a bit longer, so I'm not that much very hard and fast that no, your vacation ends on this particular, you have to be back in this company. Even while going, many people choose on which date they want to go on vacations. And usually that hampers the business operations. But still, I believe that it's better for somebody to go as per the requirement, because usually people go for marriages, functions back home, which they want to attend. So this is the way. So there are like many policies which I try to bring in, which makes an employee very comfortable and not stress-free. And I try to not to have politics and toxic. Even I don't let people do politics in office, not to get the toxic atmosphere that I would like to bring in the office.
Yeah, for sure. So, Mr. Lutfi, can you tell us about your plan and strategy to maintain your company current position on the market, or even to further develop your business?
I have come with a lot of different strategies, because the competition is increasing day by day. Qatar is a growing country. When a country grows, more businessmen come in the country. So when more businessmen comes, I feel I get the competition heat on me. So different formats like I'm using, which I have never tested. Even I'm using those platforms to promote my business. And especially now, Qatar government has started with the north expansion. The gas which is happening in the north. So that's going to bring a huge difference to the country's economy. So I'm trying to tap the oil and gas industry, because Sheen Services was mostly tapping into the construction industry. We were mostly dealing with the construction companies. And plus, honestly, Qatar Airways is one of the best and the biggest customer that we have. and we were dealing with the Hamad hospitals. But then it has time to come to diversify from these big clients to other clients who are into oil and gas industry.
Good. So I think we all agree that we had always people who provided to support throughout our journey. So through this platform, who deserves a shout out from you, Mr. Lutfi Khan? Who deserves thank you? Who deserves shout out from you?
Honestly speak, I would tell first my staff, because I try to branch out this into another countries also. So I was not in Qatar for 9 months. I never stepped for 9 months in Qatar. At that time, it was my staff who held the boat tight, who let the business run very smoothly. Even I tried to do business in 2-3 countries. So that time I was not in Qatar, but it is my staff who works as this is their office. Then I will take my family, my mother and my wife, because our office is open morning 8 o'clock, closes 8 o'clock in the evening. The staff has the shift system, but being an owner, I don't have the pleasure of the shift system. So most of the time I spend like around 12 to 13 hours in the office. It was if not for my mother and my wife and my children's who make the sacrifice that I give so much time to this business, I would have not succeed. And well, this is the core people who supported me, then they are my customers. Believe me, my industry is through word of mouth. No matter how much you advertise, you cannot never succeed unless it is the customer who goes and tells another customer that I got service from Sheen Services and they did a good job. That's how most of our revenue comes in. That's how most of our customers come in. So customers are my pillar, customers are my strength, I would honestly say.
As we know, Qatar and His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the leader of the country development, and His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani have been always the inspiration behind the extraordinary success through the infrastructure and the ecosystem they established to help entrepreneurs. So, in this opportunity, what is your message for them, for Sheikh Hamad, in this for this condition that he gave it for entrepreneur?
First of all, I would like to say that I would like to thank from my heart Father Amir, His Highness Sheikh Hamad Al Thani, because I landed in Qatar in 2008. I have seen how Qatar massively, rapidly expand. And then to carry the legacy of Father Amir, Sheikh Tamim Al Thani is doing wonders. Today we have Sheen Services, but thanks to the visionary of these people, we are going to open a new company called Sheen Infotech that is into the IT softwares. The reason is that till I opened Sheen Services, I was into the software industry. So I know the potential of this country, I know the potential of the software industry. Thanks to these people visionary, the way they are moving the economy into multiple directions, into multiple sectors, multiple segments. Apart from the fossil energy, they are diversifying into different. As you have seen, they are trying to make Qatar the capital of sports. They are bringing sports after events. So this is boosting the economy. And they are trying to get cultural events also into the country. All this is adding up, making Qatar a known place across the globe. By this, new investors are coming up, people are coming. Believe it or not, when I initially came to Qatar, I had to tell people that Qatar is a country that is beside Saudi Arabia. People used to get confused with Qatar. Is it a city in Emirat or where it is? But now, even a small child in different parts of the world, thanks to Sheikh Hamad's plan of keeping FIFA, I think each and everybody in this world, whether he's a football lover or he's not a football liker, he knows what is Qatar. They have seen through TVs and through many things, the infrastructure that they have, the massive, and especially the $220 billion spent on the metro, on this thing, that's going to be in Qatar. That's an assets of Qatar, the infrastructural assets that are going to boost the economy up. So that is the thing that gives me motivation to, apart from Sheen Services, to go and start Sheen Infotech. Yeah. So I would like to thank both Father Amir and Sheikh Tamim for the wonderful work they are doing to bring Qatar on the global platform. I, Lutfi Khan Khakad, would like to thank Al Khalijia TV crew and the viewers who are watching me today for giving me an opportunity to tell my story in front of you. Shukran.